All right, ladies and gentlemen, my people, how una dey on this beautiful Friday morning? Chelsea fans, there is fire on the mountain, and there's something that Baba, don't worry, I know sabi sing. Bro, the cloud of storm is now looking like it is going to land inside Chelsea very, very soon, according to wetin we don dey hear from the media space. And when I'm talking about the cloud of storm, I'm not talking about our game that is coming up against Brighton tomorrow. I'm not talking about our next game. I'm talking about a kasala looming between Enzo Maresca and the board, because as things stand right now, the board want Enzo Maresca to shut up and just walk. We are going to get into all of this detail. Help me tap the like button. Check if you have not commented one or two. And also check if you have not subscribed. We are trying to push this community to 40,000 before December. There's no way we can achieve that if you have not subscribed to this channel. So help me tap the subscribe button. It is free. Now let us get into it. First of all, before I get into in-depth of the Enzo Maresca story, the match preview of that our game that is coming up tomorrow 3 p.m. is going to be dropping later this evening, so you can turn on your notification so that you can be alerted whenever the thing don't drop. Let us stay tuned. It is going to be a banger. That is number one. Number two now is an agenda has been flying around apart from Chelsea owners. See, waiting Enzo Maresca eye don't they see now. Enzo Maresca eyes is now seeing what Ruben Amorim eye saw before the international break. You see, after the international break, they don't leave Ruben Amorim small. Now Enzo Maresca side, they don't turn attention to heavily now. But anyway, we are still also getting into that. First of all, let me quickly remind you guys that come next season, according to what Matt Law clarified for us yesterday, and I think I've said this before, come next season, Chelsea will not be able to buy and register if we did not sell. And when I'm talking about sell, it's not the sale of Nicholas Jackson, because we are still even going to talk about Nicholas Jackson in the course of this video. It's not the sale of Nicholas Jackson. It's not the sale of Raheem Sterling. It's not the sale of Axel Disasi. Chelsea will not be able to register any player for any UEFA competition if we did not sell players that has been registered this season. We have to sell some players that are registered for the UEFA competition this season. Come next season, before we can buy and before we can register. That's the wahala. I don't explain this, this UEFA kasala. I don't explain that for una before. With Chelsea, I don't explain that for una before. And that is how we are going to keep on managing it for the next 4 years. We've been able to manage this one now. We have 3 more years to go. So come next season now, Chelsea need to sell part of the players that are registered in the Champions League squad right now. And we might want to talk about Badiashile, talk about who else outside Badiashile. I don't want to talk about Enzo Fernandez. But anyway, anyhow the matter be, when we get to that place, we go know how we go climb the mountain. That's what I said yesterday. But we just have to educate ourselves so that we will not be ignorant. Season no go end now. We'll come begin to say, oh, yeah, make Chelsea go buy. They cannot buy anyhow. May we clarify that one first. Anyway, let us move on now. Moving on now, we are hearing right now that Enzo Maresca complains too much. That is from the perspective of Chelsea owners. They are saying that Enzo Maresca complained too much, that he has talked about the striker situation, that he only have one striker on ground right now, in person of McGill, that he complains too much about the centre-back situation. They even said he's talking about Liverpool transfer model and the way they are doing things like that, that Chelsea owners did not like it. Matt Law came outside yesterday to say that Chelsea owners are not happy at Enzo Maresca these days because they don't like the way Enzo Maresca takes a dig. That's the language he used. In other words, complaints. And now, me, I can't ask myself this question. If this story turned out to be true, you guys are not giving this man what he wants, and you want him to keep quiet. Matt Law was citing an example of what happened at Nottingham Forest, that owners these days, they don't like it when coaches come outside to talk indirectly to them. Remember the last time Enzo Maresca said that he need a centre back, and after then report came outside that Chelsea are not going to get him a centre back. Chelsea believe that he can work with what we have on ground. And now look at it now. Look at what we have on ground now. Look at the result of what we have on ground now. I really don't know the way these people do their thing. You don't want a manager to come outside and take a dig against you, but you are not giving him what will win in games. Mind you, if he lose games, now him fans go turn to. Fans will not call. That's what. Now, what's the way they always pay me about Chelsea fans with that? After losing a game, we know we'll call these people. Now Maresca will go face that, even though Maresca himself too, one or two pafu in body. But, you know, sometimes we need to face these people. This brother requested for a goalkeeper at the end of last season. I can't believe we are still stuck with Robert Sanchez right now. I can't believe it. After how much we chase Mike Magnan. I saw Mikel Obi saying it on his podcast yesterday, talking about the fact that Donnarumma was available and Chelsea were not talking about him. Simply because they don't want to pay. That is number one. Number two now is, this guy, after Kowi got injured, came outside to the media. You know, I was saying, was it yesterday or 2 days ago, I talk and say, waiting make Enzo Maresca come outside to press conference to say it that he needed the center back. You know how much he must have been telling them behind the scene. And now you guys are saying that you don't like the way the man come outside to talk. How else did you want him to talk? Baba, if not me, I would not talk past this one. How else did you want him to talk? You are not giving him what the man wants. In the first instance, Enzo Maresca should be the one submitting a list of players that he wanted for you people. Not you people getting in players. We go to buy left wingers. We go to buy wingers up and down. Forgetting that we needed back. The only defender that we bought this season, I think, is Jore Ato. Jore Ato, that one where they look very shaky for pitch. Look at his performance against Luton City. Lincoln City will play last. His performance was not incredible. He cannot benchmark Cucurella. And now the coach is coming outside to talk, and you guys are saying he's talking too much. Oh yeah, now make una sack him. Sack him, oh, Shebi, you don't talk too much. Sack him. His press conference is coming out today again. Let's see if Maresca is not going to be talking again today. Because I mean, how will you beat a child and tell him not to cry? Very unfair, bro. Very, very unfair. But anyway, let's just leave that one for one side. Now, up onto the agenda that I don't see now, that is now pushing around about Enzo Maresca. I talked about this thing on FB and TikTok yesterday. I saw these statistics of Cole Palmer flying around that was made by Sky Sport for that matter. They were talking about the influence of Cole Palmer under Mauricio Pochettino and the influence of Cole Palmer under Enzo Maresca. Look at it. They said under Mauricio Pochettino, Cole Palmer has scored 22 goals. And under Pochettino last season, Cole Palmer scored 15 goals. They said expected goal under Pochettino was 18.21. Expected goal under Maresca was 17.27. Assist under Pochettino was 11. Assist under Maresca was 8. Goal from open play was 12. And goal from open play under Maresca is 9. 509 final third passes and 505 final third passes. That is the difference between the statistics of Cole Palmer under Pochettino and under Enzo Maresca. Now, what is Sky Sports aiming to achieve by bringing out this report? What are they aiming to achieve? I don't understand. Are you trying to tell we Chelsea fans that Mauricio Pochettino is better than Enzo Maresca? Of course, that would be a lie. That's a bloody lie. And, you know, we had a better season under Enzo Maresca than under Mauricio Pochettino. So why are you coming outside with this nonsense? I don't understand I don't understand what the media are trying to push. I really don't understand. And you know the funniest thing? I talked about this thing on FB and TikTok yesterday. And I saw people dancing to the tune. Dancing to the tune of this agenda that is being pushed about your coach. Oh yeah, no wala na mo na just do anyhow na want do. Mo na sack the baba. If na sack na want. If na sack go make una happy. Mind you, make I remind you guys that if Chelsea sack Enzo Maresca, now that same media go still come outside to tell you guys that despite the fact that he won the Conference League and the FIFA Club World Cup, Chelsea sack him. Now this same media go still push that same agenda. So for now, make Chelsea una make they better go rest. All this one where they talk say the baba dey complete. If na me I go complete pass it, make they rest. You sef, you fit come there come coach. You think say e easy to coach? You think say na so e easy reach? Anyway, Mona, get out. I beg. On the final note now, a report came outside yesterday about Nicolas Jackson, agent, and Bayern Munich. What we are hearing right now is that Nicolas Jackson agent have now reached an agreement with Bayern Munich that they are going to sign Nicolas Jackson on a 5-year deal, something like that. And you know, it's just a rumor for now. And me, I don't care. I don't send whatever his agent and Bayern Munich agree. Just bring the money for Chelsea. Now be Coco. Bring the money to Chelsea. That's all. All these we agree. All those ones that still cho. Tell Bayern Munich to contact Chelsea and tell Chelsea that they would like to buy Nicolas Jackson. With the way the guy done the place, I saw one-on-one where the guy go miss yesterday. Just exactly the way he missed that one-on-one at the FIFA Club at the Conference League final. Exactly. Now only him and keeper. Now only him and goalkeeper. He push ball, give goalkeeper. Now that one Bayern Munich go buy. No wahala na. Make them buy am. Now be our own player. Now we go get money for our for our own reserve tank. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, it is what it is. Chelsea fans, let's see how the matter will be. Press conference is going to be coming later, and the match preview is going to drop unfailingly this evening. Tomorrow, I know that we need a little bit of luck and miracle. Let me know what you guys think about all of this matter. We don't take grand, I beg, and I'll see you guys later.